Hey guys, I wanted to share with you today ways that you can travel for free, or things that will help you uh, travel at lower cost by replacing things that would normally cost you money with free things. So I find this very helpful. I'm planning on using it hopefully this summer, and depending on what my schedule looks like. If you hear a lot of noise in the background, I apologize. It's raining outside pretty hard, and that's why the blinds are closed and the light is on. But without further ado, I'm going to tell you some ways that you can save some money. Alright, first of all, there's free translators. I think that's kind of the more obvious one. There's language software that's free. There's apps like Duolingo that are free to learn languages. And there's also actual translations, of course, like Google Translate and things like that, translators. But there's things like iTranslate and TikTok Soft that allow you to, say if you're traveling to a foreign country and someone's saying something, you can hold it up to them, it'll record what they're saying, and it'll translate it back to you. So if with a handheld thing like with Google Translate, it'd be a little bit more difficult. But with that, you can just hold it up to them and they talk into it and, hey, look, that's what they're saying. And you can do the same back to them. So that saves time, energy, and money. But if you want to learn the basics of a language, again, things like Duolingo will be very helpful for you. Another thing that's free is travel organizers. Now they're everywhere online. There used to be free for software, now free for apps. There's things like TripIt, TripCase, Tourstide, Travefy, so many. And what they do, they organize your flight plans, they organize your schedule, your to-do lists. A lot of them have currency exchange information on there. So it's kind of a one-stop do-it-all kind of app for traveling. So that's pretty cool. There's other free things too, like free tours and city guides. So you can, for instance, have a city guide within a city, that you connect with online through websites like New York Tours, City Free Tour, or Free Tours by Foot, and connect with them to tour around the U.S. or Canada or South America in some cases, Europe, Israel is another one they have. And these people will actually give you tours for free. They have paid options, but free options. The tours will differ, but it's a good way to save money and to get more kind of into your surroundings and see things from a new perspective. There's also city guides that are on apps like Gobi City Maps and Walks, TourPal, and World Travel Guide and Touristeye. Those are the main ones. And they have them in both Google Play and Apple stores. Some have audio tours, and then they have offline walking maps. Some will have GPS hotspots that will show you the local eateries, concerts, plays, and museums that are going on at that moment. And all of those are free. So that's a great kind of off the beaten path, do-it-yourself kind of guide if you want to take your travel experience into your own hands. You can also experience free national Wi-Fi calls and texts now. The internet has come a long way with this, thankfully. So on your travels, you can connect with family members, you can connect with locals, and they have things like, Text Plus, Haywire, and Pinger will allow you to text anyone for free within the US and Canada. They have some apps that include both unlimited free calls and texts, like Talkatone and Google Hangouts, obviously. And they also have, and that's for US and Canada as well. And if you want to receive calls, Talkatone and Google Hangouts will unfortunately require you to upgrade your Google Voice to have a phone number. So that's the one downside. People can't call you, but you can call out. But still, it's free. There are other free things that are offline that will help you enhance your experience completely, because what will happen is it forces you out of your comfort zone, meeting new people, and actually getting involved with the locals. So these things would include things like trading goods and services. You can trade goods and services online with the locals, or you can trade like on Facebook groups, which are very regional. Like Biloxi has quite a few, so I'm sure like a lot of areas will have quite a few. They have very specialized ones, like people who are selling their organic plants, and gardening stuff, and household groups, and they also have groups that will trade or swap. That's another term they use. Uh, More like things like sports things, car things, antiques, stuff like that. So that's really good. They also have websites like SwapRite, UExchange, Tradeaway, and Swap Treasures for that. Similar to the concept of trading goods and services would be donating, or rather gathering donations, Freecycling, and Foraging. So first with donations, there's GoFundMe and Fund My Travels, and also just the donation button on Google or on your website that can help people, or can connect you with people who want you to experience things and share your experiences with them. Also, there's other than the crowdfunding, there's groups that will allow you to get donations that are physical donations, and those are normally uh, like Facebook groups. But you can also receive physical donations from the community. But that you have to do a little bit more research for that. A lot of the time, those donations are specifically for people in need. So if you're not someone in need, if you're just traveling, please do not take from those people, and just connect with people online and tell them your situation, or look for a group that is specifically for travelers, so that you don't take from the needy. Also, there's something called Freecycling, which allows you to avail of free goods and services. There's websites like For the Love of It and Freecycle, which connects you with people who are just giving away things they don't need anymore. And they'll give it away to anyone, just anyone. And they also have Facebook groups like Freecycling on the Gulf Coast or things like that. There's also free services that you can avail of. Some of the more common ones include like teaching you how to pump your tire with air, or fix a broken bike, or get your hair cut. Things like that, are normally on those kind of sites. And finally, there's foraging. Foraging is when you go into the forest or go into on a camping area, and you just pick plants to eat. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know what's safe for them to eat, and even the things that are considered safe may not be safe because of pesticides and things like that. So there's thankfully now an app called Falling Fruit, which is also a website, and they connect you with local urban gardens, community gardens, and foraging organizations. And they also tell you what areas near you, the locations that you can actually pick plants safely. So that's really helpful. Unfortunately, they're kind of new, so they don't have everything, but it's helpful. You can at least have that on hand in case you need it. Let's see. There's also, oh yeah, bike sharing and public transportation programs. There's bike sharing is sometimes free, sometimes not, but there are corporate and city and university bike sharing programs that are free for the people who use them. And they have a list of those on BikeShare.com. And for public transportation, a lot of cities have it free for students, or the elderly or special needs people. But there are cities, quite a few actually, that will offer public transportation for free for anyone. And a list of that, a global directory of that, is available at farefreepublictransport.com. These links will be in the description just for your convenience, because I don't expect you just to keep replaying it so you can get down the URL just right. So I will provide those links for you. Another thing would be like car sharing and carpooling. Car sharing is just like bike sharing, except it's not corporate or government run. Instead, it's individuals. And sometimes car sharing is not free. It will be for a fee. But there are people out there who will, on those car sharing sites, just offer a ride for free. And also there's carpooling.com, which will connect you with people who happen to be going in the same area you are, and they're like, hey, we have some extra space in the car, might as well fill up. And so if you are going in the same direction, you can just catch a ride with them. Of course, there's also real carpooling, where you just happen to meet someone or a group of people that you're all going in the same destination You do that. And hitchhiking, again, the risk is greater if you do that, but all of these are to help break you out of your comfort zone and actually expand your mindset in ways that you can connect with the people around you and experience a city more than you would otherwise. Another way to do that is a hospitality exchange, and they have like the home exchanges where you go to someone else's house and they stay at yours. But there's now things like couch surfing, where you put your house up and you could just offer your house or a room in your house for someone to stay in, or just the couch. And you're not necessarily traveling while they're there. You get to experience them, so you get to experience cultures from your own home. But then also you have the opportunity to avail of that with other people, so you can travel anywhere, connect with people that you normally wouldn't have met, and just stay with them. There's specialized ones for people who are cyclists or travelers, and then there's the, in general, couch surfing. And let's see, sometimes they'll offer you food as well, and other times they won't. But there's something really cool that I want to share with you, actually. Here it is. Volunteering for food and shelter. This way you get food and shelter for free, and you actually give. So you're not just experiencing it and just taking, but you're giving. You're giving more than just your words and your experience from a different area. You're actually giving a service, providing a service to the community in which you are currently staying. So there's opportunities like WOOFing, which is the worldwide opportunities for on organic farms. And it connects farmers with you, and you can go locally, nationally, or worldwide with us and learn about organic farming to help them tend to the farm, and in exchange you get a place to stay and some food, and you also of course get the information to be able to take on with you in future travels, or just whenever you get back home, so that you can trade or barter seedlings or cuttings or plants with other people that you grew. You didn't grow the people, I mean you grew the cuttings and the plants, and you exchange it with other people for, say, some food or services or whatever, and you wouldn't have the knowledge to be able to do that otherwise. You can also use that knowledge to make some extra income off of your plants, or teaching people how to plant organically. And then there's things like Help Exchange, which allows you to volunteer anywhere in the world for a variety of tasks. You can do household things, you can do harder labor, you can help with their little business, do whatever, and you get free room and board. HF Holidays is something specific to Europe. You help them with walking and biking tours in various areas. So you get to learn a lot about the area in order to give the tours, but then you're also actually out in nature with these people and showing them and seeing their expressions when you're just letting them explore this beauty, and in return you get your free stay and meals. There's also like the Peace Corps, but that you have to do it for a minimum of 27 months, and you don't always get a choice of where you stay. It's a great way to see the world, help people, and get free room and board. And also, I think like your master's degree or money toward your master's degree. The United Nations offers a volunteer program where you can stay 3 months or less, like a very short kind of program, and then there's also longer assignments that are a year or longer. You have some choice of where you go, but with that, you don't just get free room and board, you also get a monthly living stipend, annual leave, and even health insurance. So that's really helpful if you want to help people and be able to take care of yourself in the process and not spend your own, at least not a lot of your own money, to be able to do that, to have that opportunity. So those are all the ways, both online and offline, to save a buttload of money on your travels and get the most experience from the places that you're going. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them, and I'll get back to you. I will be posting this article, I don't know when, because I need to find a place to put it. I'm going to be writing a very complex article about this, and not complex, but a lengthy one that is in depth, and I will be posting that. But until then, I just wanted to get this information out there because summer's coming up and it's already spring break, so I want people to be thinking about ways that they can save money when planning travels, or if they're discouraged thinking they can't travel, now you know that, hey, you might be able to, you can afford it. So hey, if I can afford it, you can afford it, and I don't have much, if any, money. So I'm wishing you well, and be safe on your travels. Again, use common sense and just enjoy life while you can.